Upon identifying Force-sensitive individuals within the galaxy shortly after they were born, the Jedi Order would begin their training as Jedi younglings, whereby they would begin their instruction in the ways of the Order and in the light side of the Force. Having initiated their journey, these new members of the Jedi Order would subsequently attempt to progress through a number of different ranks within the Order, from Initiate to Padawan, Padawan to Jedi Knight, and Jedi Knight to Jedi Master. However, Force-sensitive individuals initially brought into the Jedi Order were not guaranteed to progress from rank to rank. A Jedi's rise through the Order's ranks to ultimately become a Jedi Master was dependent upon successfully completing their training, and as an extension of their training, the passing of their Jedi Trials. But not all Jedi passed their trials, and as a result, could not progress to the next rank within the Jedi Order. Therefore, it must be asked, what happened to these Jedi who failed their Jedi Trials? In this video expose, I will describe what happened when a Jedi failed the Jedi Trials and explain the institutions that the Order had in place to step in to guide those Jedi who were not able to progress to the next rank within the Order. The trials that a Jedi had to successfully complete in order to pass to the next rank within the Jedi Order first occurred early in a Jedi's training. New initiates within the Order were first tested through the Jedi Initiate Trials, in which Jedi Initiates underwent a number of tests that were a prerequisite before they could proceed to the next rank of Padawan. The Jedi Initiate Trials were intended to evaluate an initiate's progress in regard to their training within the Jedi Order. They called upon initiates to memorize the Jedi Code, construct a lightsaber and demonstrate their self-discipline and technique with the weapon, and finally, to prove that they had a strong connection to the Force. Upon the successful completion of these tests comprising the Jedi Initiate Trials, most initiates went on to become a Padawan, where they would be chosen by a Jedi Knight or Jedi Master within the Order and continue their training under their tutelage. The Jedi Initiate Trials were not the only trials that a Jedi had to pass in order to continue their progression through the ranks of the Jedi Order. While the Initiate Trials comprised of tests that required initiates to pass in order to become a Padawan, the Jedi Trials, or Trials of Knighthood, comprised of tests that served as prerequisites for a Padawan to achieve the rank of Jedi Knight. In order for a Padawan to demonstrate that they were worthy of progressing to the rank of Jedi Knight within the Order, the Jedi High Council put the Padawan candidate through 5 primary trials: the Trial of Insight, Trial of Skill, Trial of Spirit, Trial of Flesh, and Trial of Courage. Once the Jedi Trials were successfully completed by a Padawan, they were able to proceed to the next rank of Jedi Knight. But what happened to Jedi who failed the Jedi Initiate Trials or the Jedi Trials, thereby preventing their continued progression through the Order and their inability to achieve the next rank? Fortunately for those Jedi who were not able to successfully complete their trials, the Order had in place the Council of Reassignment, which offered guidance and the potential for a new purpose to initiates who failed their Initiate Trials and Padawans who failed their Jedi Trials. The Council of Reassignment was one of 4 Jedi Councils within the Order, in addition to the Council of First Knowledge, Council of Reconciliation, and the Jedi High Council. It consisted of 5 Jedi Masters, whereby its membership was based upon being voted in to serve a term of 5 years, and where 2 of the 5 members were members for life. The Council of Reassignment met and conducted their affairs on Coruscant in the northeast tower of the Jedi Temple, wherein the Council would monitor and familiarize themselves with the progress of Jedi initiates within the Order. Importantly for the purposes of this video, when a Jedi failed to pass their trials and could not progress to the next rank within the Order, the Council of Reassignment would step in and assign them to a branch within the Jedi Service Corps. Overseen and led by the Council of Reassignment, the Jedi Service Corps was an organization that provided Jedi who failed their trials with the opportunity to engage and serve in a less traditional role within the Jedi Order as an alternative to being a Jedi Knight. Upon a Jedi's failed trial, the Council of Reassignment would assign the Jedi to a particular branch that made up the Service Corps based upon the Jedi's personal skills and what was required within each branch. The Service Corps consisted of 4 branches that were organized under the jurisdiction of the Council of Reassignment, which were the Exploration Corps, Agricultural Corps, Educational Corps, and Medical Corps. Once assigned to a branch of the Jedi Service Corps, the Jedi who failed their Jedi Trials would serve the Galactic Republic in an important but different way than a Jedi Knight would. Importantly, although its members had failed their Jedi Trials and therefore could not proceed in their training and continued progress through the Order's ranks, the members of the Service Corps were all still considered to be Jedi due to the fact that the Service Corps was operated by the Jedi Order itself. A Jedi who was a member of the Service Corps was not to be viewed as a failure, nor was their service to be seen as a weakness. Rather, the Jedi of the Service Corps were viewed to have served the galaxy in a role that was just as important as the Knights of the Jedi Order, only instead of utilizing skills with a lightsaber as the Knights did, the Jedi of the Service Corps assisted the galaxy through the use of other honorable and important skills. The Jedi Service Corps assisted the galaxy through these skills for centuries, until it was ultimately dissolved after the rise of the Galactic Empire. So there we have it. What happened to the Jedi who failed the Jedi Trials? We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions? Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. If not for me, for the Exploration Corps.